Booyah! It is up. How's it going, you beautiful people? And we are back. I'm Cobalt GM, and we're about to start session 3 of the not absolute tabletop, I'm sorry, of the tabletop role-playing game Esper Genesis by Alligator Alley Entertainment. Even though, quick shout out to Absolute Tabletop, they put out some excellent games. But before we begin, let me introduce our incredible players. We have, we'll say the beautiful Dark Lovely, but she is currently not going to be attending session today. But we will always keep our lovely princess and high priestess Aura here with us in spirit. But next up, we have the awesome Alloy.
Alloy.
Playing the Ashenforge warrior Argus. Next, we have the magnificent Master Draco.
Hey.
Playing the Volna hunter Rylan Bravestride. Next, we have the terrific Tonto Tomahawk.
What's up?
Playing the fire-blooded Prometheus Sagaricio. And lastly, we have the Titanic Typhoon 44.
And the torpedoes were going in.
Playing the Earth-born human captain Jonathan T. Archer. Also, time for special shout-outs, and I want to give another one to Steve, his lovely wife Licia. All right, Nicole, what's up? Justin, Riley, James Nash, Aaron Cameron, Mark Click, Herbert Donald, and actually the team at Roll20 Dad, as well as Aiden. All right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. But now that things are set, let us begin with an awesome recap from Mr. Sagaricio himself. Tonto Tomahawk, lay it on us.
Oh boy, here goes tired me with a recap.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I don't. Anyways. Hey, you'll be fine. Anyways, our journey once again begins back on the ship of the Astral Horizon, where many things are a-buzzing and happening because something is a-stirring. Namely this egg that we have hijacked from the warehouse event. Cynthia's egg. It started growing and doing all sorts of weird, wacky shit.
Yeah.
And causing our Arcaticus to kind of go crazy. Like, it's growing.
Yes.
So while he's being fascinated with this, Sagariso gets his constructs to move the egg out of engineering. Unfortunately, it started emitting some strange energies that knocked out Kurita, Arcaticus's other granddaughter, and our own Captain John T. Archer. Knocked them both out, put them into a comatose state. They were fine physically, but their minds had gone elsewhere. So while we were all trying to figure out what was happening, and the egg was moved into a cargo hold, all of a sudden we have some strange readings. Apparently, a big old space hole just tore open in the middle of the cargo bay.
Yep.
We go to investigate, and lo and behold, hey, look, it's a giant beastie.
Oh yeah.
We got to meet NASCAR.
Turns out NASCAR is a female too.
Yes. All unfortunately for NASCAR, when we tried to tether ourselves together to go and explore this portal before NASCAR took hold of him and started manhandling him, he lost his clothes and his probably more of his dignity.
Yes.
If he had any more to lose, but yes. But we saved him, and then we called in for
touchy.
No touchy.
Then we called in for the cavalry for the backup. Unfortunately, there was already a casualty. Remus's ship.
Yeah, it got towed up.
Yeah, it got totaled, and I don't think insurance is going to be able to do anything about that. I don't think they cover caused by
Giant lizards.
threats. Probably giant lizards. Acts of God, maybe. A giant lizard's coming through a portal? Yeah, that's just Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So
So true.
So once the gang got all there, we started taking on this very interesting beast that had crystals and it could change all sorts of into elemental effects with its breath weapons and its attacks. With the
Mm-hmm.
combined might of our intrepid heroes, we managed to take care of the beastie, throw back in the portal, where the portal closed.
Right.
And once once all the commotion was set down, our own Princess Aura, with her new shiny stick,
Mm-hmm.
was getting some strange vibes from the egg. So she went and telepathically communicated with said egg to find out. Yes, the egg isn't malicious. It was just lonely. It wanted friends.
Mm-hmm.
So after a bit of convincing, the egg let go of its two friends, its new friends, which was the captain and Karita.
Mm-hmm.
So they came back to consciousness and awareness. And now that is where we are left off with having to deal with this strange egg emitting strange energies.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone pretty much a little worse for wear because yeah, it kind of singed dust.
This is true. This is true.
Good old NASCAR singed dust.
Yes, NASCAR did breathe a whole lot of fire.
Yeah,
But
it was not good.
But in the end, all of you were triumphant. And thank you so much for that recap. As always, you're going to start off with 2 inspiration. But before we begin, is there anything else that anyone would like to add?
Now that was pretty competently done.
I know, Tombo. I'm tired. It's not going to come out good. It came out great. I don't know what you're worried about, Sakaricia.
I want a nap.
All right. Hey. If you nap, you're going to get touched, and we know what NASCAR has to say about that. All right. So, players, viewers, cast your minds back into the world of Esper Genesis. This beautiful sci-fi, heroic sci-fi action-adventure setting. Back to the space station over in the far rim sectors of Pelivaro, and specifically to the hangar where once again heavy machinery have arrived to do repairs upon the astral horizon that was damaged in the last session's fight with the huge Batera that was blasting all sorts of different elemental attacks against our players, but through their teamwork they were able to push the Batera back into the portal from whence it came. Luckily enough, our Captain Jonathan T. Archer still has some contacts at Pelivaro, specifically Miss Marissa Huntley, who is currently the interim station coordinator in the place of Colette Felgavo. And if you don't know who he is, check out the previous season.
He's a dead guy.
Most definitely. But once again, the Astral Horizon is being repaired, specifically its hull. Some hours have passed since that event of fighting that huge Batera. And while the repairs are close to being done on the Astral Horizon, Princess, now High Priestess Aura, has taken this time to sleep, rest, and recover. The telepathic bonding with Cynthia's egg. The communication she is sharing with this new tri-edged spear that has granted her the status of High Priestess has been quite taxing upon her. And so she is currently in her quarters in the Astral Horizon being tended to by Ori. While everyone else has been resting and recovering, we're actually going to start off in the Astral Horizons galley with Brave Stride and Remus. Do note you guys have had plenty of time to rest and relax, and so you are back at full HP. You have all of your techniques and fortune techniques and talents and whatever and whatnots. And right now, Brave Stride, you and Remus are currently having some drinks in the galley. Remus takes another sip and looks at the cup in this strong fluid. Volna, what do you call this beverage again?
It was in the cupboard. I just grabbed it.
Are you trying to poison me? You don't even know what this is. This could be...
I saw Archer drink it. I saw Argus drink it. I saw Sagaricio drink it. I figured it was safe to consume.
I see. He goes ahead, sips it.
Is it working?
I still hate you, so no.
Ah, the good old foemance.
Tell me once again, Volna, why did you volunteer to be the brand of the princess?
Part of my pack. Couldn't see her going through all this alone. Also because I hate you.
I see, I see. Are you sure you don't have any more selfish ambitions?
I guess the only selfish ambition I have is I like to make sure my pack is safe.
All your noble reasoning just makes me hate you more. As he goes ahead and takes another drink. But as he is doing so, Brave Stride, your new companion, a phase beast, comes sauntering in. Immediately, she's able to telepathically tell you, where's the gumbo?
Oh yeah, I was working on that.
There's no gumbo? And immediately she jumps onto the table and sits and just stares at you.
Get up from the table.
Gumbo.
Go start getting the meat.
I want my gumbo. Give me my gumbo. Gumbo. Hurry up with the gumbo.
Find the biggest wok there is because she's definitely have grown.
And so now she's jumped off the table and she is on her hind legs with her front paws like on your shoulders. Gumbo. Gumbo. Is that how you make the gumbo? Make the gumbo faster.
I'm gonna let it heat up.
And so she just sits down on her haunches behind you. Even though sitting down, I mean, right now her head is effectively kind of underneath your shoulder when it comes to level of height.
I will give her the best scratches that I can.
And with that, she is like, "You're just doing this to distract her." Oh, right there. Right there. Okay, under the chin. Under the chin.
That's what... I mean, I myself am a cat humanoid. I know where it goes. I know where the best scratching spots are.
Let's talk any more cookie and scratchy.
I only got 2 hands.
That is your species flaw, not mine. And with that, she starts waggling her multiple tentacles that are on her back. And with that, Sentinel Remus, the tall, Kesh, armored, effectively a paladin, but they call them sentinels in this system. I still do not understand how a cat person has a cat for a pet. And immediately, Umbra, your phase beast turns. I don't know what he said, but I didn't like it.
Yeah, we hate him.
Oh, we do? And
yeah, but we can't kill him.
But we hate him. We should be able to kill.
We hate him, but he's not an enemy. Nor is he food.
He doesn't smell good, so I believe you that he's not food.
Exactly.
So just scratch him a little bit.
No.
Okay, so we don't scratch him, but we hate him.
Look at him in disdain. He doesn't like that.
That I can do. And so with that, she just lays over on her side and she just stares at him. And immediately, Sentinel Remus, he takes another sip and he looks down. Stop it, beast. Stop it. Look away. Volna, get your creature.
I start whistling a tune that I've heard Archer whistle before and keep cooking.
Most definitely. The doors open and immediately Jill, Captain Archer's little daughter, she comes in and she sees Umbra. She's, Kitty! Brave Stride immediately, telepathically, you hear Umbra go, oh no, not the little humanoid again. And the chase begins. And every time they go around the table, Umbra goes, Gumbo. Gumbo.
While they're doing their thing, and I know Jill probably has more energy than Umbra at this point because of all the teleporting she's been doing. She'll be wore out. I'll keep cooking. I'm actually going to pull out my sim unit and kind of cook and also do some researching on core stones
All right.
while I'm cooking.
Sounds good. While you're doing that, Sagaristio,
Yo.
you find yourself in the cargo bay where you are actually making a sufficient containment unit for the egg so that in the case of something happening to the astral horizon or some evasive maneuvers, nothing will happen to it. While you're down there, of course, Arcadicus, the other Promethean, though he's, of course, your elder, is down there just massaging the egg, and he's giggling to himself every now and again for some reason, but that doesn't really concern you. But finally, Nathkar, the Matakai reptilian alien, he comes behind you and he taps you on your shoulder. Saga, I need you to redirect more power to my holographic combat simulator.
I'll see what I can do. I don't want to reroute too much power because the rest of the ship still does need it. I can see what I can do, though, to see if I can give you a bit more juice.
I am trying a new program. All of you have these files on the Lorendi, but I think that they will kick your hiney.
Oh, well, be good to get some exercise here. Let me finishing up this container, and then I'll get right on it.
Would you like some assistance?
Yeah. Many hands make light work.
What species has many hands?
Oh, well. There is Umbra. Silly phase beast.
That thing terrifies me.
Well, just don't get on her bad side.
It should not be on this ship.
Well, unfortunately, that is not for you to decide.
After you say that, the door to the cargo bay opens up, and Jackson comes tumbling in. Saga, I'm sorry. I got caught up. I was on the sim, and it's like, I'll just be on there 5 minutes, and then you look up, and 2 hours have passed. So I'm sorry, I'm late. You were working on the containment unit for the egg?
Yeah, I could use your help too with this, Jackson. Both you and Nathkar can give me a hand with this.
But he does not have many hands.
I mean, with you and him, that's already 4 more hands. I've only got the 2. Well, the 2 and a bunch of these, and then I'll launch out a bunch of little micro drones.
Right. Sounds good. Go ahead and give me a mechanics check with advantage, please. Thanks to the assistance that you're getting from Jackson, Captain Jonathan T. Archer's teenage son, and Nathgar.
Oh boy.
Most definitely. Right. You guys begin to go ahead and make short work of this simple process. Every now and again, you have to move Arcadicus out of the way.
Man, just move right here, old man.
All right. Sounds good. Let's see here. Oh, you got a 15, I see.
Yep.
That is good. That is good. That is good. All right. With a 15, you're able to secure the egg. You gave it its own Sorium power source, so even if the power goes out on the ship, the egg will remain secure. You even made a little position so that someone can sit next to the egg and allow them to interact with it and to pretty much comfort and keep Canthony company so that she wouldn't feel so lonely. And finally, Nathgar goes ahead. He actually tears off a piece of Jackson's suit, and he goes ahead and wipes his brow with it. Isn't that what you Terrans do after a job well done? And Jackson's like, yeah, but we don't rip off a piece of people's clothing to do it.
Yeah, normally you have a piece of cloth already on you.
I see. And he tries to put it back, and Jackson's like, it's ripped off, okay? You can't just put it back. And Nathgar's like, let me try this. And he spits onto his hand, and Jackson's like, no, don't you put that on me. While those two are doing that, Sakarucio, do you do anything else before we hop over to see what Argus is doing?
Actually, I want to like you said Arcadicus is pretty much enamored with his egg.
Yes.
What about his granddaughter Karita? Has she come out of the med bay yet?
She has, but she seems to have been keeping herself isolated.
Isolated in what sense? Like different corner of the cargo bay, looking at her grandfather, probably with worry, or?
No, she has been honestly moving about the astral horizon. Typically, she'll be somewhere until someone shows up, and then she'll move somewhere else.
Well, I think I'm gonna go pay her a visit, because, well, she did say she wanted to come see her grandfather, and she has been spending not a lot of time doing that.
This is true. Sounds good. All right, let me kick over to Alloy real quick. Alloy, you available?
Yes.
Most definitely. You actually find yourself in Tana's quarters. She's currently sitting on her bed, legs crisscross applesauce. I think that's the PC version of me describing that. And she has her comm unit as well as her data pad. And she's like, Argus, the Science Guild, they've slapped me with a cease and desist. They're confiscating all of my brother's research. They're demanding that I be brought in. As soon as I uploaded my latest report about us finding one of the core stones and the situation, that immediately they just freaked out, and now they're threatening to pull my funding. It's all falling apart, Argus.
Well, we knew this was going to happen eventually. You didn't exactly get permission when you left.
Well, that's besides the point. But they were supposed to say that there was some validity to my brother's research, and that the core stones are really the key to finding out so many different mysteries. And now they want me to stop, and they want me to hand over even the files I have here.
Who issued the order?
Unfortunately, they're hiding behind bureaucracy. It's just saying the Science Guild.
Well, unfortunately, we can't ignore this. This does have to be dealt with. Perhaps we should talk to the crew and maybe get some assistance in the matter.
Especially since if I don't arrive back at Dindus within 48 hours, I'll have a warrant placed out on me.
They only gave you 48 hours to get back.
Yes.
Impatient fools.
Very.
Very well. We should go talk to Captain Archer and see the ETA on the time we can leave. Otherwise, we might have to take a separate vessel.
This is true. But I like it here. And
I'm growing fond of the place as well.
I mean, I gotta see a phase beast. I mean, without being killed. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, we actually... A core stone is in this phase beast's head right now. core stones are things of legend, and we get to have hands-on access to it. And even you have this weapon?
Yes, about that. I'd rather not tell them about it.
Right.
I find him a little off-putting at times.
And with that, she kind of gets tight-lipped because she kind of finds it funny. Right. You said we need to talk to the captain about this, and I agree immediately because time is short.
Yes, and like I said, if the ship is not repaired in time for us to get there, it complicates the issue.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and find the captain. Before we go, what happened between you and Silva?
The weapon, and I'm just gonna walk away.
So you go ahead, you take off, it's just following you. But you did, that doesn't tell me anything. The door slides open, and you go ahead and march out, and she's still following behind you because Tana is she's like 4 foot nothing, right? But yes, Argus, Tana, and Typhoon 44. You available?
Yep.
Awesome. Typhoon, you find Jonathan T. Archer. You and your wife Jane are currently in the bridge, overviewing the repair work that's happening to the Astral Horizon, keeping a close eye on all the security, right? And Archer, you are really cognizant of or aware of the fact that in about an hour's time, the buyer is getting ready to arrive for you to hand over the artifact. But with that, Jane is actually able to look over at you and see that you seem a bit stressed. And she, of course, has to say something. She goes, well, Captain, since we're on the bridge and all official and whatnot, you gotta stop making me worry. All right, you falling out over that thing with the egg. Once again, Jonathan, I almost lost you.
Extra fry than an egg.
Okay, you're just saying that to make me hungry. And I'm not going to cook with that creature in the galley, but...
Which creature are you referring? I mean, there's 2 fuzzballs down there. Or there's that armored up idiot. Thinks he's all that.
Well,
I thought you were talking about me there for a second.
the door to the bridge slides open, and Argus is right there. He's like, hey!
No, not you. Shiny guy.
What about him?
She said she didn't want to cook with that creature down there. You know, he kind of fits that description.
He does, but I doubt he's the one that is just going to steal the sandwich out of your hands. The Volna will not be forgiven for this.
What can I help?
Anyway, with that, Jane is like, well, Argus, Tana, what's up? I'm sure this isn't just a social call.
Like I just said, what can I help you with?
You did kind of cut out there, Captain. We have
Sorry.
we have an issue. Miss Tana here has been ordered to cease and desist, and we are expected to return back to Dendis.
Ordered, huh?
Yes.
Oh, serious of order.
We have 48 hours, otherwise they issue a warrant. Which means
And
bounty
who is
hunters.
they?
The Science Guild. They were the ones funding our expedition.
Oh,
It
Let me
reeks of
see what I can
bureaucracy.
do about that for you.
But yes, if you cannot have the ship ready to go, or you have other matters, and we cannot make Dendis within 48 hours, we must part ways.
How far away is Dendis? Just if we were to leave right now, would I even make that?
I mean, there's basically instantaneous space travel, so...
And with that, immediately Jane kind of spins around. She activates the navicomputer. And she goes, well, if we take the Keshite Rift, we could definitely make it there within 24 hours.
So I got 24. Okay. Okay, let me see what I can do for you on multiple fronts.
And with
Okay.
that, Tana's like, "Thank you so much, Captain. Really appreciate it. And also, after I get this situation cleared up, I'm probably going to be fired and not really have a career anymore. Probably blackballed. Just written off like an annoyance. And I just want to know if I can come back to your ship, Captain."
You haven't caused me any problem. And extra set of
yourself.
hands that knows something about technology could be handy.
Speak for yourself. She annoys me constantly.
See? I'm an
It's
annoyance.
easy to do, Argy. Come on. Anything annoys you.
It's true.
And then, wait a minute, it kind of sinks in, and you see her head tentacles kind of lower down. She goes, "Wait a minute, I'm an annoyance? I thought you were just joking."
It is fine.
That's so mean, Argy.
Please do
It's
not call
it's
me
not a good time because I'm getting ready to lose everything that kind of means something to me, and now I'm an annoyance.
that. Remember how I
Pat
used
her
to
on
be
the back.
your brother used to be my ward, right?
And he's gone.
I will not leave your side, but you do act like a little sister, and I am unfamiliar with this.
How are you what does this have to... With that, she goes ahead and climbs up onto a chair, and so she balances kind of precariously on it so that she can see you her eye to your neck now. Goes, "So is that your way of saying that you love me?"
I would not use that word, but regardless of what happens on Dendis, I will not leave your side. I owe you and your family that much.
Stay there. You're not being abandoned, little one.
I'm
And
not
I
taking
just
back the
said, yeah,
annoyance
you
part,
can
though.
come back.
So that means we can come back, and she's pointing to Argus and her, right? We.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I need the muscle.
Oh,
Thank you,
that
Captain.
is so great. And with that, she hops off the chair. Just wanted to make sure and everything because Argus, I kind of implicated you in a couple of crimes that I committed. But I'm going to go. Bye. And she leaves the bridge.
Is that how that feels like?
She
Wait,
said,
what?
what to who for how many jelly beans?
I need answers. And I'm just gonna walk away. Miss
Right.
Tana. Miss Tana.
Yeah, you
Slow
go
down.
through the door, and as soon as you go through the door out of the bridge into the main corridor, she's like already at the end, and then she sees you, and she actually runs towards the galley.
Miss Tana, stop!
Right? You go chasing after her. Immediately, Miss Donna crashes into Karita. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, but I'm being chased by this huge action force. Watch out! And she takes off running again. You go rushing past Karita. And Karita, she just gets up and dusts herself off, kind of rolls her eyes. But as she does so, Sagaristio, you round the corner and you see her. And she sees you. Immediately, her eyes go down into the side. You're not exactly sure what she's feeling unless you wish to make an insight check.
Shits and giggles, why not?
All right.
Giggles.
A couple of doors open and this good smelling scent of gumbo begins to kind of fill the corridor. But aside from that, in a 13, you could tell that she feels either embarrassed or ashamed. You're not exactly sure what. But before you have a chance to learn any more, she just kind of turns and she head towards engineering, since that's actually the only place she can really go to quickly to escape you. Do you continue to go after her?
I might as well. She's going into my section of the ship at this point.
Mm-hmm. And it is a little bit one way in, one way out, unless she's going to start crawling through vents. But
Yeah, good old crawl spaces and whatnot.
crawl spaces, Jeffrey tubes, call it whatever you may.
Yep.
And cat, get off of my notes. Cat, okay. Sorry, I have to get Umbra. Haha, off of notes. Watch out. It's close enough. Okay.
Just eager for that gumbo.
Right?
Literally jumping up the pages.
Mm-hmm.
Gumbo.
Ah,
Gumbo.
yes. Gumbo. Gumbo. But you corner her, Sagaricio, in engineering. And she turns around. What is it? Why are you following me?
I have a question for you, and I'm gonna kind of start working on getting some power for Nathgar to put into his system, while I pretty much keep her, cornered. Everywhere I see you on the ship, you're not where your grandfather is, which is kind of strange considering you came here looking for him.
You're right, and I found him, and things are different, and I just expected something different, and besides, he's busy. I mean, he doesn't really care about me. You know, he cares about Cynthia.
You mean what's left of her?
Yeah. He loves that little egg more, so I mean, there's really no point in me being here because he doesn't care about me, right? It's all about
Sure he
Cynthia.
does. I'm sure he does care. It's the scientist in him is taking over his better judgment. Believe me, I know what that's like.
So let me get this straight. Is this where you have this huge speech where I should forgive him because he's just an obsessed scientist who doesn't care about anything but his research, and he can't even help out any other member of his family?
Honestly, no. I don't have any speech like that. When I lost my arm during an incident, I had no family come to visit me. No one
Oh,
from my clans or any other clans came to see me. The only interaction I got with any of my family was after I had gotten out and I found myself at a cousin's birthday party, which, well, one thing led to another. One crazy explosion here, one crazy adventure there, and here I am. But to be perfectly honest, I'm not going to give you the speech about family.
oh,
Even my own
okay.
family doesn't treat me like family.
Yeah, well, save your speech, all right? Look, I mean, you're the chief engineer on a spaceship, all right? You're part of crew, and I've seen you interact with everyone else, all right? You like them, they like you. Uh, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, they're the closest thing that I've had to family in years compared to my own blood. My own flesh and blood. Believe me when I say I know exactly what you're going through. So whatever you're
look,
feeling,
you may
you're
think
justified to
you
feel
know
it.
what I'm going through, but trust me, you do not.
And
And
do pray tell why you think that.
with that, she goes ahead and she kind of turns around and she begins just looking at a few diagnostics and bringing up a couple of things on the computer. Because, you know what, you just wouldn't understand. And actually, Sakaritsu, what is your passive perception?
It's a 12.
Okay, so you would see this. She is trying to secretly delete something that's currently in the ship's database. She made sure to put up holographic windows of things such as diagnostics and whatnot to obscure the fact that what she's really doing in engineering right now is to, it seems, delete some records.
That kind of went quiet there for a little bit, but
Yeah. Speak again, Cobalt, because like your whole volume just dropped.
Oh, it
Yeah.
has?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
okay. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it greatly. Let me try this. And
It sounds like it's getting better.
Yeah.
okay,
it's weird because it's like a slow build up to getting better.
right.
Yeah, because
Okay.
like when it dropped, it sounded like something unplugged a little bit.
Ah, yeah, it may have happened when my own Umbra tore across me real quick. It hit a couple of cables. Okay. And how is my audio now?
Bearable.
Bearable?
good.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that, guys. Okay,
I'll just bump you up on my side. So
it's still
It
wonky on your
is
side?
snafu.
Don't worry, we will fix it and we will continue. But either
Yeah.
way, what do you do about Karita secretly deleting
Well-
some records that are on the ship's computer?
well, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm bringing up virtual display,
Mhm.
so it's right in my view, for even close. She's close enough to even see what I'm looking at. And it's like, yeah, I wouldn't be touching that if I were you.
All right, now she's quickly trying to finish up, and if you're trying to stop her, this is going to be an opposed check. Your computers versus hers. All right now she's working with an 11, and she's trying to furiously finish up typing on her holographic keyboard.
Yeah, I'm just gonna burn an inspiration for this.
Ah. Well,
Wow. Okay. Thanks, Abray.
first a 9, then a 7.
I haven't rolled above a 10 so far tonight, so awesome.
Cobalt,
Yes.
if she's erasing stuff from the ship's computers, where Jane and I are up on the bridge monitoring everything,
Mm-hmm.
we should have some sort of red light going off.
All right. And I agree with you, and you do. Someone is attempting to tamper with, it seems on your end, you're able to see that it's the medical records. A few tests were done on both Karita and Arcadicus when they had all of a sudden just kind of passed out along with you by connecting or bonding with Cynthia's egg. And it seems like some of the test results for Karita she is trying to delete. All right, if you want, you could quickly go ahead and use your, of course, captain administrative access to prevent this from happening. And you can also
Yep.
make your computer check with advantage. The DC is still hers, which is 11. In the meantime, Argus, you're still trying to chase and catch Miss Tana. All
If
right.
I haven't got that little one, then absolutely I am.
Then please go ahead and test your dexterity. I am still in hack mode. So weird. Either way,
There you
give
go.
me a dexterity check, please.
I
Argus.
doubled it.
Say that again. Oh, 22 for the captain. Yes, you do have her finish tests and have prevented her from deleting them. Sagaristio, you
Except
see that
that
happened.
terminal that she's at
Yes.
and any login she's used is blocked.
Can I use athletics instead?
Yes, you can.
Perfect. Because that takes me from a +1 to a +6. 15. I needed it.
Most definitely. Argus, you catch her. Sagaristio, you're able to see that the captain has managed to block her out. Karita, immediately, she just slams her hand on the console. Well, cousin, I'm glad that you have your family.
Everyone needs someone in this universe. And
Right. But remember, you're like my 5th or 6th cousin, so that doesn't make you family.
oh, trust me. Even those that were directly related to me don't even feel like my family, so you're preaching to the choir on this one.
Well, stop relating, all right? It's annoying.
Let's stop being relatable.
Well, stop being so understanding then.
Well, then, give me something that I don't understand, then.
Trust me, Fireblood, you're about to find out. I'll get my things. And with that, she leaves engineering. She bumps into Jackson and keeps on walking. Doesn't even say excuse me. And Jackson's like, well, excuse me. He goes into the engineering. What's going on with her?
Oh, her grandfather there is not paying her much mind, which, I can kind of understand. Arcaticus has been a bit of a one-track mind when it comes to his research, but, well, there are things with that egg that haven't been shared yet, so we'll just keep it at that.
All right. Oh, so NASCAR, he went ahead and sent me over here because he wants to test out his thing, and I kind of have a favor because like you're really great with machines and computers, but also I saw you out there fighting that Patera. Um, can you teach me how to fight better? I mean, I already know how to fight. I could, you know, I know how to melee, but I could use some pointers.
Well, you do show an aptitude for this, so who knows? Maybe you will make a pretty good engineer with some practice, obviously.
Right. But I want to be. He looks around, even though there's no one in here. I kind of want to be cool like you.
Oh, and cool in what way?
Dude, look at you. You're built, right? I mean, look, okay, I don't know if anyone's telling you this, right? But my dad, he watches these old hollows, right? But in one of these old hollows, there's this actor called Jason Mama O, something like that. And you look like him. Hey, like when you were in the, you know, chrysalis pod, did you program your genetics to look like him?
Funny enough, I kind of did.
But either way, so it's I just kind of want to be like you because you don't seem to like, you know, care. Isn't like you're just like all confident and stuff, and girls like that, and just you know.
Well, I tell you right now, Jackson, there's obviously more to life than just girls. But
Yeah, there's money,
a
getting your
little.
own ship.
I mean, there is that. But
So that's a yes.
we'll work on one thing at a time. But yeah, I'd be willing to show you a few things that I know, and
Shake on it.
yeah, sure.
He goes
I'll
ahead,
extend out my mechanical hand to him,
right? He goes ahead, shakes it. Great. All right, come on.
and I'll detach the arm.
Oh, oh, I'm so sorry, dude. Wait.
And it's just floating there.
Okay, you did that on purpose. All right, you freaked me out on purpose. All right. He goes ahead and he pushes it towards you.
It reattaches, and you can hear the locks clasp and everything, and the nice little hiss as as things get reconnected,
Mm-hmm. And he was like,
and a little bit of
"You
a
got me."
little bit of a jolt because it has to connect to my nerve endings again.
Right. Mm. And so with that, you two go ahead and go towards the cargo bay. Argus.
Yo.
Right now, you're standing in a corridor right between the galley and access to the cargo bay, holding Tana in all her 4-foot nothingness, with her cute pink head, tentacles, and whatnot, from under her arms, almost like a small child. And she's like turned away from you, and she's still trying to run, of course, but you have caught her.
What did you do?
So
And who did you sell it to?
Well, don't be mad, okay? Wait, you smell that? That smells like.
Sounds like a distraction. Out with it.
Okay, we were not supposed to go beyond that planetoid that had the blue sand in our pursuit of knowledge. But
As in, their entire time on Pelavaro has been unsanctioned.
yes.
Tana. I never thought they'd have the balls to do that.
Well, I mean, it was a little bit of accident, and but I still kind of have this habit of making the reports, and my reports, I pride myself on being accurate. And in my accuracy, it was brought to my attention that we were doing some things outside the boundaries and limitations which were set forth by the Science Guild. And in doing that, we may have incurred some kind of charges and whatnot, especially seeing as how you were brought up on official legal charges here on Pillavaro. And it seems a lot of the things that we are doing on Pillavaro has been put on the sim by someone we shall not name.
It's the bimbo, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
So
Well-
that kind of corroborated, and seeing as how you're affiliated with me, and they're trying to figure out what's going on, and I'm trying to say we have to do what we have to do in order to survive. They weren't really buying it, and so now they are kind of painting this picture that I'm using you as the muscle to steal research away from them.
Are you?
Micron? A little? Just a little?
What? Whose research are you stealing out here?
Oh, I didn't tell you. I did not go through the proper channels to get my brother's research away from the Science Guild.
What else have you been lying to me about?
Oh, so much. But you know what? I'm so hungry. That Bungo, it seems like it's done.
Very well. We shall go and inspect. But until you tell me the truth, I will not allow you to eat any of it. In fact, I will eat it in front of you.
Do you even digest food, Ashen Forged?
I do require nutrients, yes.
Fine, put me
And
down.
even if I did not, I would do it in spite.
You wouldn't dare.
I would.
Oh, yeah? So with that, she kind of turns around so she's facing you. She's like, hey, yeah! And she kicks you in the crotch. And then with that, she's like, oh, I'm so stupid. Well, what does it feel like?
It felt like you kicked me.
So... What do you look like down there? You don't have any reproductive organs. Like, show me real quick. Show me.
No, I will not show you.
I was there when you were created. Show me.
No.
Has it changed?
None of your business.
Well, if you don't have anything, what are you so sensitive about?
It is rude to ask people to undress in front of you. I thought you knew this.
You said you like me like a sister.
Yes.
You can show
Did
me.
you think I want to show my sister that? No. Anyways, I'm gonna head to the food place, kitchen.
Yeah.
While still carrying her. I don't trust her at this point.
I understand, and I agree. Before we get to the galley, Captain.
Yep.
You see what she was with Carita was trying to delete, and it was test results that take just some time to fully process and cross-reference and double-check.
Okay.
The file she was trying to delete confirmed the fact that she is positive for infection with the seed virus.
Hey.
Yeah.
Open the door. Hang on a second.
No problem. With that, in the galley. All right.
There's fire
Argus,
all back.
you get in there with Lady Tana. Sagaricio, do you want to actually grab a bite to eat before you let Jackson drag you to the cargo bay to check out NASCAR's simulation?
Sure, might as well.
Right. Because right now that alluring, that drawing smell of the various meats and various I was about to say generated foods and seafoods and whatnot are all meshing together in this gumbo, along with the beans, the rice, and the sausage, and all that good stuff. Brave Stride.
I'm back available whenever you're ready.
Most definitely. Thanks for letting me know. Brave Stride. As you turn over, and you still hear, of course, Umbra going around the table with Jill. But now, the galley is practically full. You have a slightly tipsy Kesh Sentinel Remus there. You realize he's emptied the bottle now, and he is like, I still don't feel what you expected me to feel with this beverage. As he's starting to like sway from side to side. Argus has arrived, and he has Tana tucked in his armpit like a football again, which is almost commonplace by now. Sagaricio and Jackson have entered. And finally, Umbra tells you, do not share gumbo with any of them.
You will get your serving, and they want some too.
My serving is all of it. This gumbo is
No.
mine.
I'll feed you half your portion if you try to do that to me.
What's to stop me from teleporting it all away?
You won't have gumbo again.
You have to make it eventually.
No, I won't. If you teleport away, we don't have to eat it anymore.
You bluff.
I tell the truth.
Mm,
You're in my mind. Why would I lie?
fine. While she was having that conversation with you, Jill manages to jump onto her back and hold on to the tentacles, and immediately Umbra just slumps down, like, fine. And Jill is just on her back, kitty! While everyone else sits down, and the gumbo is ready. Do you serve, Ray Stride?
Yeah, first I will serve Umbra, though, because she's picky,
Mm-hmm.
and I need her out of my way, so, I'm actually going to make sure she takes it to my quarters, so she's not getting stepped on by anyone.
Right. Everyone, this gumbo tastes fantastic. All right. Even those that don't digest food naturally or in the same way as everyone else, it is still great. It doesn't take too long before bellies are full, nice and satisfied, and finally the door slides open to the galley, and NASCAR with his datapad, he is like, what is taking y'all so long?
Food.
Is there any for me?
Yes.
Oh, well, then I understand. And he goes and he sits down and he starts enjoying the great gumbo. Sorry, I had goulash in real life, and I want to say goulash so bad, but I'm like, it's gumbo, say gumbo. Captain Archer, are you and your wife going to partake of some of this delicious gumbo?
Yeah. Before doing that, gonna calm down to the galley and ask Sagi if his little guest is still with us.
Last I heard, Captain, she was gathering her stuff, and it sounds like she was going to head off the ship.
Checking the ship record, see if she left.
All right, you're checking the records right now. She is in one of the guest quarters that you guys assigned to her.
Okay. Seal the door shut.
All right, and she's sitting here packing her bag, and immediately she hears it behind her, and you're able to see on your holographic monitor, she turns immediately and starts trying to open the door, and she's hitting against it and demanding to be let out.
At the same time, I'm sending the particulars of what she was trying to delete, expressly about her, straight to Sagi and telling him, your baby, you deal with it.
Oh, I'm going to go through it and gonna kind of sigh. I'll push whatever's left of my gumbo back over to Rail. I'm like, give this to Umbra. I got business to take care of. Jackson?
Gotta go put Yeller down.
Jackson, you go with Nathkar and go see what his simulation's all about once you finish eating.
Yeah, but Nathkar's in here. Wait a minute. You said you were going to help.
I'm going to help, but I've got something to take care of first there, bud. So.
I'm gonna send Jane on down to the galley, and I will head for that specific guest quarters. I would assume that to be where Sagi would be headed to.
Yep,
Mhm.
I'll be heading on my way.
Definitely. And so, as Sakuristio leaves the galley, a few moments later, Jane comes in and she's also enjoying some of the gumbo. Nathgar finally finishes his grub and he is like, "So, Argus, Brave Stride, uh, would you two help me with my simulator?"
Have to fight again?
Yes, but it will
No.
be. It's a new file. It's the Lorindi challenge.
I'll deal with them when it comes up. I actually need to go talk to the coordinator about getting some royalties because people are selling my likeness.
And
Wait.
I will pass as well. I have Tana and I have a personal matter to deal with soon.
Well, speaking of, so when are you going to pay me for my contract?
And with that,
Do you
Tana's
want
go,
to tell him?
well, there's been some complications, but if we, um, the money's at the Science Guild over in Deducey. Well,
I
She's
don't. I am not part of the Science Guild. You contracted me
I
to guide you.
understand, and once they pay me, then I will pay you. That's how that's going to
I'm
work.
doing an inside check on her.
Go ahead and make your roll. All right. With that, Nathcar, he goes ahead and leaves. Fine.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
What? You don't want to go with that natural one?
No. I pride myself on my insight checks. Thank you.
That's better.
better.
All right. So you do sense that she does intention to pay you, right? She does intend to pay you from the money she plans on receiving from the Science Guild. You also sense a lot of deception about the fact that she's hiding a lot more than what she's revealing.
You're not getting paid, are you?
Oh, it's so much worse. We have less than 48 hours to return to Dendis, or we will face warrants and disbarment.
Well, okay.
So my contract is now in void.
Well,
We-
no, because the contract is not voided till it's completed, meaning it's not completed till we return.
Also, we were never supposed to make it as far as Elevaro.
The good news is, contractually speaking, they are supposed to pay us.
Yeah, besides I'm guessing you caused more trouble and I'm not getting paid.
I promise you, you will get some cubal. Okay. Listen, I feel terrible about this. Okay, I really do. And you see her head tentacles are just waving wildly, kind of as a show that she is actually being honest. It's when they're not moving too much is when you have to really question about what she's saying. And she goes, "All right, fine. The truth is this: I was given about a fourth of the money that was owed to me for us to just go out to that planetoid to see if there was any evidence that would back up my brother's claim about his research about the core stones. And we kind of found something, but then we ran across some new friends that have become family, and we ended up here and doing some more things, and we actually saw a core stone, and we have a core stone, and she's like looking for Umbra that isn't here anymore, and she goes, by the way, we have one of the core stones, and I've been submitting my work, but then all of a sudden the Science Guild had this huge change of heart when they kind of found out I went beyond the boundaries of the contract with you two and what they had initially set. And so,
And of course, that woman that Jonathan's son was so obsessed with made it so that, well, the whole net knows that we were at least at one point criminals. The Science Guild does not like
at
legal
all.
litigation.
Wait, so who formed my contract? The Science Guild or you?
Her.
Me.
Totally. Okay, so you're the one. I'm not responsible for the Science Guild, nor are they responsible for me. You are.
But
They are responsible for funding our requests effectively.
And that funding might, because, so let me guess, you have to go back,
Mm-hmm.
try to talk them out of whatever they're trying to do.
Well, here's what I think. No one is supposed to be able to find these core stones. They're supposed to be something of myth, of legend, really. Though there is recorded history of them existing. You guys don't realize this core stone that's currently inside of a phase beast, it's almost miraculous.
Wait, did you tell them this?
A little?
Yes, Tana. Did you tell them this?
Yeah. And that's when they had the huge change of heart. I don't think they were assuming for that anything would come of my research.
Well, it's either that or they're afraid that this phase beast will try to kill us all and disappear.
Well, that's
They are.
kind of the last thing about their
Report
cease and
to the
desist.
Lorendi.
Say that again?
Did you report anything about the Lorendi?
Well, of course. I mean, my reports are very thorough and detailed.
Oh, great.
Our people have a strong dislike of the Lorendi, so that would not hurt our cases.
Nullify the contract with me so they can't track me down or try to use that shit against me.
Well, the good news is that you were hired after I did the contract with the Science Guild. Well, not so much Argus, because Argus is also from, where I'm
I'm
from.
in your reports.
Oh, yes, all throughout it. I mean, even to the point of you wielding one of the core stuff. Oh, I see what you mean now.
Yes. And they also know it's in my cat.
Yeah. Oh, and did I bring up that part, Argus? The fact that they want the core stone?
You have failed to mention that part. What the hell?
That's what I'm already adding up. They're going to try to seize it as my cat. No.
Well, I
I
have
will
let
wait
them
for-
know that the core stone is not in my possession.
By telling them whose possession it is in.
That happened to be in the report, yes.
Great.
I was initially planning on asking Captain Archer to take us there. It may be better if we go our separate ways. The Science Guild can be a little bit aggressive when it comes to seizing assets.
What is up with scientists?
Well,
Yes, what is up with scientists, Tana?
what do I want to say?
Don't. It's probably going to be a lie.
Void my contract right now.
Yeah, science.
Yes, but
Science!
but you deserve to be paid for what you've done. I mean, listen, okay, Rylan, we have a contract, you and I. You were to provide safe travel, and you have done so with honors. I will put in another commendation for you. And
They're not going to do that.
Well, if we get back there within time, they're not going to press any charges and the warrants won't go up. And so everything will be fine.
If I give them the core stone, which is in my cat.
Well, they can request it, but they can't demand it, legally speaking.
Who was all demanded for the summon?
All right. Once again, this is coming from the Science Guild.
Yeah, but who?
No. Who are? Do they want just you? Do they want us both? Do they want all associated parties?
Oh, no. Oh, specifically, they have the legal authority to request just me and all of my research. They have requested that we turn over the core stone to them for further research and safekeeping. But legally speaking, they can't make you guys do anything.
Okay, tell them I deny any. I'm not handing it over.
I still believe it would probably be for the best if we split up for a bit. If they don't know exactly where you are, they cannot attempt something stupid.
I don't trust your science guild, so I'd rather be on standby.
Okay, guys,
Well,
I'm so sorry that this has kind of happened. It's just, I was having a lot of fun going around the Silrain Arc with you guys. I've never been over here. I've never been to Pelivaro. I've never seen a phase beast in real life before. I've never seen one of those Velbasts. And a Batera? You kidding me?
Tana, you have to take responsibility for what you've done.
And I will. I just didn't want this to end. And you see her little head tentacles kind of fall down to the side.
Well, they're probably going to end up firing you because you're not going to be able to turn over anything besides the research you have, which that's clearly all they're going to be able to get out of this. So it looks like you're going to have to come back eventually.
We've already spoken to the captain about the matter. He says we have a place amongst the crew.
Yeah, so you're fine.
Aside from the shame her clan will receive.
They never liked me in the first place. They really considered me a black sheep and kind of wrote me off a little bit.
When?
All right. When I decided to pursue science instead of getting into the politics.
Politics, nasty stuff.
They never seem to have a problem with your brother and his science exploits.
Oh, of course not, because, he was bringing them honor and glory, and with every new discovery that he made, the people of Dindus would prosper.
Yeah, but what happened to your brother?
I would rather not talk about that.
Yes, yeah. He's in a better place. Once
Politics.
again, Brave Stride, sorry. And you're free to do whatever you want. You don't have to escort us back, and I'm going to take full responsibility. I am. And
You're part of my pack now. That is fine. You don't have to pay me. I just do not want to be under scrutiny of another issue. I mean, I already have to deal with cash royalty.
Right, because you're the brand of the... Oh, I shouldn't be yelling because she's resting. Okay, but...
And I have this man over here who is going to keep his eye on me, who I clearly hate right now.
And with that across the the galley, the Cinderemus is like, I hate you! I hate you.
He drank it. Yes, he drank that bottle that you and Archer are having some drinks out of with Saggy.
Oh.
This vile Matokai piss.
That stuff's not cheap.
With that, you see his head begins to go back like he's nodding out. Just
good. Well, you guys want to accompany me to go talk to the coordinator?
With that, finally, Tana's like, wait, the coordinator? You mean the interim coordinator? And she brings up the hologram of Marissa Huntley. Her?
Yeah.
Okay, why are you on talk to station coordinator? What's going on?
I figured since you can't pay me, and there are literally people making things in my likeness, I should get...
I'm going to pay you.
Don't worry about it, because people are creating my likeness, and I should get paid for that. I was a mascot. There's little action figures, me plushies.
There are.
I was also... Yes.
And with that, immediately she starts getting onto the markets of Pilavaro. They're so cute.
Yeah, they even somehow got the bell the same day I ended up getting one on me.
Oh, I see the one with the bell.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Argus, do you have any Cubal?
Why?
I want to buy one.
How much? No, I'm mad at you still.
Well, the one without the bell is only $9.99.
No.
But I want the one with the bell. It's $14.99.
I told you, I'm still mad at you.
But we're
exactly.
But we're
That's
in
why
the
I need
same
my
section of Pilavaro. There's no shipping and handling.
No. You don't get to lie to us and then get rewarded with toys.
All right. Was it really lying, or was it just omitting the truth?
That
lying
is a
by
lie
omission.
of omission.
You sure you shouldn't have gone into politics?
Why? Do you think I'd be any good at it?
A little bit.
Oh, thank you, Brave Stride. Well, but once again, it's all right. Actually, I have a few Cubals stashed away. This is so cute. It has a bell.
Well, they're associating with each other. I'm gonna go get Umbra. I'm gonna go make my way to the coordinator.
All right, you're doing that, and we're going to actually skip around to right the quarters of Kirita. Captain Archer, Sagaricio, you guys meet at the door. You do hear the muffled banging. What do you two say before going in?
We can't let her out into the station with this.
Uh-oh. Sagaricio, we are unable to hear you, but it flashes every now and again.
Oh boy.
There we go. We can hear you now.
There we go.
Say that again, Archer.
You know we can't let her out into the station with this.
Oh, I'm very well aware. And I'm reaching behind me, picking up a strip cutter, and I'm placing it down right in front as I stand in front of the door. All right, Captain, open it up. And as soon as I get inside, you lock that door right behind me.
I won't let you face it alone. I've already done enough damage to you. We're both going in. Pull my
Oh.
pistol. Tap
And
the...
I'm putting up my hand like, nope. I'm going to handle this as Promethean should.
Just there for backup. Tap the release code, and the door opens.
Okay. The door opens, and immediately she tries to rush out. This is going to be her dexterity check of 6. All right. Feel free to either use athletics or melee attack to try to grab her to keep her from hopping out. Both of you guys can do this, but as soon as the door slides open, she comes flying out as if she was just lying curled, ready to pounce as soon as the door moved.
Yeah, we'll go with the melee.
All right. Sagaricio, you definitely catch her in midair, and I'm assuming you carry her inside, correct?
Yep, I take her inside and quickly close the door behind me.
I'll step right in behind him, shutting the door.
Got you. All right, you guys go in, the door shuts, locks. And she's like, put me down, put me down. What is this?
Level the pistol off on her. You know exactly what this is about, and you know exactly why we can't let you go anywhere.
I'll quickly bring up the test results, swap the display over to her to show that she is infected.
But as she moves it away, you think I don't know that?
I know you know that. That's why you were trying to erase it.
That's why
Not going anywhere.
I need to go some. Well, fine. If I'm not gonna go anywhere, then bring Arcadicus to me. If you could pry him away from Cynthia's egg.
That can be negotiated, but you're not going anywhere.
I'm not contagious. If I was, you guys would already be infected.
I know that, I get that, but that could change, and I'm not taking chances. You will be sealed in here. Food, toiletries, anything you need will be brought to you, but you are not to leave this room.
So I come here for help, and you treat me like a prisoner.
Click, click. Hammered back. If you try to leave, I will end it.
Immediately she turns to you, Sagaricio. This is how you treat your 5th, maybe 6th cousin?
Ah. Oh, so now you're gonna try and treat me like family after giving me the cold shoulder and telling me to basically fuck off. We already had to deal with a Seath infection here on Pellavaro.
With that, she lowers her head. You're right. Fine. I'm not going to cause any more troubles. But that's why I wanted to see Arcadicus.
That's completely understandable. And a little honesty would have gotten you a lot different reception.
You see, I'm here alone. That's where honesty got me. You think people like hearing that I'm infected with a virus that eventually is going to grow out of control and turn me into a monster?
And do you think anybody in this ship is like any other person or stereotype?
Well, of course I do.
You got a lot to learn, kid. Like I said, and I'll set the hammer back down on my gun and holster it. You're not to leave this room. We'll have the old man here to talk to you shortly. All of your needs will be met. But I will know. The second you try to get out of here, and you try tampering with my ship again, then you and me are going to have more than words. This is my ship. You don't do anything without me okaying it.
Then
No, I'll
she
turn and leave.
nods. All right, the door opens and closes and locks behind you, Captain Archer. Already, right next to the door is Jane. She has a bowl of gumbo for you.
Take the bowl from her, give her a quick peck on the cheek. Duty calls, honey. And I'll start eating as I'm walking, headed towards the engineering section.
T-minus 20 minutes before the buyer arrives.
Yeah, I might just, and I'm thinking this to myself. He shows up, I might just set him in that room with that young lady and hope for the best.
Well, we will definitely see what happens. But, Captain Archer, as you head all towards engineering, eating some of this delicious gumbo, exactly what do you want to do in engineering?
Going to find Arcadicus.
Got you. All right.
And I will physically drag him out of there away from the egg if I have to.
I understand. All right. As you're going to go see Arcadicus about this situation with Karita and her being infected with the seed spawn virus, Brave Stride, you're heading out of the Astral Horizon to meet with interim station coordinator Marissa Huntley, who is going with Brave Stride with on this I don't want to say quest, but for this meeting.
I've pretty much been volunteered to go at this point, so I'll go with them.
Awesome. All right, and Sakurisa, you're staying with Karita, correct? Uh-oh, did we lose you, Tonto?
No, I'm still here.
Okay, I'm sorry. Are you?
I didn't quite hear you.
Okay, are you staying with Karita, or are you going to go with Braveside and Argus to see interim station coordinator Marissa Huntley?
No, I'll stay there with Karita, and I'm actually going to lean up against. There's probably a desk or something in there, and gonna rest the axe head down on the ground, lean back, and just heavy sigh while I'm pinching my temples with my fleshy hand.
Right.
At all of this.
Most definitely. Sounds good. But with that, before we get on to the next scenes, let's take a break. We'll actually come back in about 5 minutes. And we are back.
Woohoo!
When we when we last left off, a couple of secrets were revealed. Tana apparently had been lying to the Science Guild about her expedition to prove some of the research of her brother true, and she has gone way beyond the boundaries of what they agreed upon, putting herself and Argus and a little bit of Brave Stride in a little bit of trouble. Also, Carita, another Promethean, granddaughter to Arcadicus, has finally been outed as infected with the seed spawn virus, a virus that honestly had been used against humans and have turned them into these monstrosities, and is actually quite uncommon, dare I say it, unheard of, to actually see a Promethean infected with such a mutagenic virus. Either way, it seems her entire reason for locating Arcadicus was to have him help her rid herself of this virus. And she attempted to keep all of this secret from everyone else, but now the secret is out, and the captain has quarantined her to quarters that she is currently sharing with Sagaristio. He has his own quarters, but he is in there to continue to try to talk some sense into her, while the captain is dealing with the time crunch. He now has a person aboard his ship infected with the seed spawn virus, and in a short amount of time, he has to deal with the buyer. But we're going to find out about that a bit later. Right now, we're going to cut to Brave Stride. You've left the Astral Horizon because in our previous session, you have found out that your likeness has been used to make an assortment of merchandise that is accumulating a whole bunch of money called Cubal in the setting, and you are seeing not a single bit of it. And so you have made your way to segment 1 to speak with the station coordinator herself, Marissa Huntley, a good friend of your friend, Captain Jonathan T. Archer. It didn't take too much to hop onto a shuttle to go about the space station, arrive in segment 4, but with you is Argus. And once again, segment 1 is extremely, I don't want to say aristocratic, that's actually the wrong term, but you could definitely tell that this entire segment is all about good living and buildings that very look like, I want to say they look like sci-fi versions of the Greek pantheon, not the Greek Parthenon, excuse me. A lot of columns, places look like banks a whole lot, and seeing how posh and proper everyone is, you guys definitely stick out like a sore thumb. But either way, you guys find yourselves outside of the main administrative building in segment 1.
Is this the one I blew holes into?
Yes, you can see that they've been they have flying robots about this building that are almost done with the repairs.
Current contentment.
Mm,
We did that, Argus. We did that.
Yes, it's almost a shame they're trying to repair it.
I know.
But we are here for a task, shall we?
Yes. Yes.
well, definitely you guys go ahead and march up the stairs into the main administrative building. Immediately, you guys are stopped after coming in through the front doors to be separated into separate lines. You guys have to be scanned. And as always, after scanning you, they ask you to put away your weapons and to state your business.
Raylan Bravestride here to talk with the head coordinator.
With that, a locker that actually hovers by itself moves over to your side for you to put in all of your armaments, since none are allowed beyond this point.
Escorting Raylan Bravestride. Argus.
With that, you announce yourself. They run your files. They actually register you both as diplomats and ambassadors for the Kesh, actually. And with that, the locker moves away, and you guys are allowed in with your weaponry.
Huh. Neat.
Being branded's nice sometimes.
I will admit, it is a nice perk.
Mm.
Yeah, besides not having a visible collar.
Well, you did put yourself into that.
Support.
Hmm.
Right. You guys are having this conversation as you making your way to the lift. The
Do
doors
you still
slide
have
open.
the bell?
Do I still have what?
The bell.
Probably.
As the doors to the lift slide open, a robot holding various data pads almost bumps into you guys as it's leaving, but then it stops. It looks you guys up and down. Moves to the side and kind of rushes away.
What does it say?
Why do you ask? What languages do you speak?
I have Alma.
Oh, you do speak the. Anyway,
At least I understand it. At least.
most definitely, you understand. It's saying that by the baker, it's you, and it's referring to you, and it's like, let me slowly get out of here before he destroys me. And with that, it's picked up its pace and it's trying to speed walk away from you down the corridor. Do you have Cynthia's revenge on you?
Yes.
All right. You do see a slight glow coming from the eyepiece.
Huh.
So, what do you do?
I'll let Marissa know about that. Or is it Melissa or Marissa?
It is
Marissa.
Yeah, Marissa. All right, you guys go into the lift. The doors close, and it lifts up to the level for which she is at. Immediately, as the doors open, the hallway is just lined with security bots, drones that are hovering about, all of them armed and whatnot, but none of them target you. As a matter of fact, a very shiny kind of pink chrome robot, she's there to greet you. Greetings, Argus. Greetings, Rylan Bravestride. Please step this way.
Isn't it nice not being shot at?
Especially in this building.
I know.
She leads you down the hallway to the main doors. The doors open up, and inside this beautiful and extravagant office is Marissa Huntley, who's currently sitting on her desk, and she's just finishing up on a holographic call before tapping her bracelet, ending the call, and she goes, "Ah, you two. I wasn't expecting to see you. Aren't you supposed to be leaving today?"
Yes, but I have some business with you.
The brand of the High Priestess has business with me.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
And you also might have a robot out there that's still something to do with Cutlet.
Well, he was the previous station coordinator. I'm sure we haven't felt the last of his touch, but I am working on going through his files and undoing the damage that he has caused. But I don't think that's why you two are here.
Royalties is actually what I'm here for.
Excuse me?
Well, you see, there's been a lot of marketing of my likeness, and I haven't seen a dime or a cubicle.
And with that, she goes, and you saw this where?
Segment 4?
Yes. Oh, you're talking about the Hero Awards. Okay. And immediately she brings up a hologram recording of you guys receiving your medals and whatnot and the merchandising that was happening in the area. Yeah, that's unmistakably you, even with the spots and whatnot.
And you can still order them right now.
Really?
Yes.
She brings up a no holographic stream. Oh, just $9.99. That's not bad.
It's not bad, but I don't have a problem as much as I need to swallow my pride about this. I just want to see a little bit of a payout for sales. That's it. Nothing too fancy. Other than that, I don't care. They can keep selling. If I make a little money off of it, that's all that matters.
Well, this is definitely your likeness. I see what they did. They actually modified a base figure that of a white cat toy. But legally speaking, they made the mistakes once they put the spots on them.
And the bell.
And the bell. All right. She gestures over for a robot to come over to you, and it starts scanning you. I need you to say that this is your appearance that you have owned, and you have not given permission for it to be sold, and thus you require compensation.
I'll repeat all that.
Right? Excellent. Don't worry, I'll have the robots draw up the proper forms. You're still at the Astral Horizon, correct?
Yes. Is there any of my party that is also their likeness being passed around as merchandise?
She goes, let me see. And with that, she brings up more stores, very similar to our modern day Amazon and eBay. And she goes, oh, yes. She goes, oh, look at this. And there's even an Argus toy that if you squeeze the spear, it hits on whoever squeezed it. And she goes, that's
more embarrassing.
I want it removed from all shelves.
How do they know?
and she goes, that is interesting.
At least it doesn't have the vibrating function.
With that, she takes down one of the holographic monitors.
Oh,
She also,
I don't want to know.
She
I'm
also
sorry,
takes
buddy.
down the one with the hologram. She also takes down another one that has U-Brave Stride with a special tail feature.
wait,
Also-
bring that one back up.
She goes, I don't think that's really conducive to our talks right now, but someone has been revealing secrets about what all of you have been doing. Who? Well, I'm sure you've made some enemies. Do you have anyone in mind?
That bimbo.
She is becoming quite problematic.
Could you? What's Toma going through again? Tana, whatever.
Legal litigation. We have a summons to go back.
Seasoned. What is it? Man, there's so many political terms.
A
Can you
cease and
just cease-
desist?
Yeah.
Okay, the dentist that's with you, the little one. And there's like several toys of her in various outfits. There's
she
each,
must
Well,
never know.
so there's this VTuber person that we know, Lily. She probably is the one that's selling it all out.
okay, so I think I remember seeing her with you. The other human with pink hair.
Yeah.
Right, and with that, she brings up a couple of sim feeds. One is titled "The Secrets of the Astral Horizon." He goes, "Heroes are secretly the villains of Pelovaro."
Yeah, could you do something about that?
Partially. She can put out whatever type of content she wants, but I have to scrub through it to see.
This is slander.
It may be. If
Can we sue her?
If she's stating it as her own personal opinion and not as fact, there's not much I can do there. But I will definitely look into this.
She owes us money too.
I'll have my best investigator on it.
That works.
All right. Argus? She goes ahead and moves one of the robots in front of you. I need you to also say that you need compensation for the use of your likeness.
I stated I wanted them taken off the shelves.
Oh, every single thing?
Everything.
Okay. With that, she gets that recorded. Once again, for the brand of the High Priestess and for her protector, I will definitely take care of this.
Could you send like some paperwork for the rest of our members to fill out so they can decide what they want to do about their stuff?
She goes,
You-
definitely.
You know Tana will eagerly want to be a part of this, right?
Well, yeah, with what she's gone through, she needs the funds.
It was especially since there's like a Tana backpack, and there's a backpack accessory that goes with the Argus action figure.
She will spend too much money on these.
Definitely. She goes, well, I think that's about it. Is there anything else? I mean, I will put a rush on this definitely, since last I checked, I believe the Astral Horizon is leaving our space station in a few hours.
Indeed. I mean, I'm not sad to go after everything we had to deal with.
You guys are heroes, all right? And now you're being exploited. This will not stand.
This is true. I appreciate it.
Well, if there's anything else I can do, do not hesitate.
I may need a ship.
What type of ship? A shuttle to get around this station, or
Something to go back to Dendis with.
I could arrange for passage aboard a shuttle, but your very own vessel?
I need to be there within 48 hours.
I can charter a shuttle.
I thought the captain was taking you.
Remember how we had the conversation about perhaps splitting up?
I'd still like to be there to support you, even if I can't go into that damn building.
I believe it would be safer, especially for your pet.
Yes. As I pet Umbra.
Right. And, oh, Umbra didn't come with you after she ate the food. She's asleep.
Oh, I said I took her.
Oh, I did not hear that. I am sorry.
She bamfed out.
She's all right. Yeah, she attempted and went back to bed.
Yeah, trust me. If the phase beast was there, that would have been described.
Yeah.
But
Wait, is there any merchandise based on Umbra?
of course there is.
Cool, I need that too. It's my pet.
Yeah, okay, as soon as you say that, immediately, Marissa goes, well, that is going to be difficult. And that I cannot guarantee at all.
Feeding her so expensive.
I understand that, but phase beasts are creatures that are unable to be trademarked.
Is there documentation I can use her as a support animal?
No, she does not fall under the classification of that. Just like
She is a cat.
she's not a cat. She is a phase beast.
Wait, you're saying Val can be support animals though?
But you were having
No,
a cat.
I did not say that Valna could be support animals. What I mean is there's certain creatures throughout the cosmos, like the Cliches or the Glogs, or
While she's explaining this, I'm like trying to reach a hand out to scratch him behind his ear.
it sends
Here.
pleasant tingles down your spine when he does it.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
I am not a stripper.
Is that what that implies? I just like move my hand away. I apologize.
Right? I mean, there's just certain creatures out there, like the Gunneray or maybe the Gorvaxes, that unfortunately.
What about space turtles?
Yes. Oh, space turtles are so cute. You don't see too many of those anymore.
Yeah, we have one.
No.
Oh, it got blasted. Umbra was playing with it. Now Sagaricio owns it.
That is intriguing. So you have a space turtle and a phase beast that you've somehow tamed?
Yeah, just feed them Valna gumbo.
Also, I did make sure to put an injunction in real quick. space beasts are not considered domestic animals. It's typically considered illegal to have those within a city's limits.
Oh, you should definitely go to Val and see the shit we tame.
Well, Val's a completely different place than Pellavaro.
Pellavaro is just a space station.
This is true, but we have heart. Tell me, how is the old captain?
Archer? Old. Nah, he's doing pretty good. I mean, his wife keeps him in shape,
I'm sure she does.
and his daughter is a handful. And Jack is definitely in puberty.
Well, I hope he turns out to be at least half the man his father is.
Good captain he is.
He is. And he's an even better friend. All right. I will definitely send a robot over to the astral horizon as soon as we're done drawing up the forms. Just needs everyone's confirmation. And then, aside from all the Argus figures, compensation will eventually be deposited into accounts that you'll be able to have access to through the sim. All right. Well, I do have a station to coordinate, as well as it seems a very prestigious Belair is set to arrive, and he has requested to arrive at your guys' hangar. And it seems as if he has the clout to do that.
Okay. Wait, our hangar?
You,
You should probably tell him it's bad luck. Remus's ship just got torn up there.
I
Big
saw the
lizard.
security feed. That was kind of hard to explain to the council.
Yeah, anything that just randomly comes through a frickin' portal from who knows where, it's hard to explain.
Between you and me, there's a reason why the council is anxious for the astral horizon to leave.
Wait, are we the bad luck or the good luck?
The bad luck.
Yet we saved this place and we're the bad luck?
According to the council, that's not my personal opinion. That's neither the
Things-
opinion of the rest of the citizens of Pellavaro.
Maybe if the
Things do
council
seem
got
to
on their eyes.
Things do seem to happen around us frequently.
You know what? I blame the princess.
Don't you mean High
Well-
Priestess Aura?
We're tight.
Well, you did collar yourself to her, so.
Yeah, what was I thinking?
Wrong parts?
You were thinking that this nobility needed help, and out of the kindness of your heart, you decided to provide that help.
Yeah, now I gotta deal with Remus all the time. He hates me. I hate him.
Well, you can also give him a message for me that, seeing as how the destruction of his vessel had nothing to do with either the station or its inhabitants, seeing as how that
He's not insured, right?
he is, but he's not getting a dime out of us.
Oh. Thank you. I like giving him bad news.
Ah, well then, look at that. We're helping each other. Well, you two, till next time I find you over here on the bare end of space, you have a safe journey.
Please forward me the information about the charter.
Most definitely. I have your comms.
And with that, I walk out.
Wait, how'd you get our comms?
Let's just say I know your captain.
Son of a bitch. As I walk out.
Okay. Back aboard. But before we get back to the Astral Horizon, Brave Stride, Argus, do you guys do anything before heading back to the hangar, or are you going to make a beeline back to the hangar?
Is that robot still about?
You do not know.
I vote for Beeline. I got to get Tana all packed up.
Yeah. That's gonna bother me in the back of my head, but it's gonna be like one of those like moments.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if it blows up the station, we're not here for it.
Yeah, it's not, you know what? You're right. It's not my problem anymore. I've done
Right?
my work.
We're getting the hell out of here.
Okay. Sounds good. Sagaristio.
Yo,
All right. Are you staying in the room with Carita, or did you go to talk with Arcadicus?
I'm there in the room with her because the captain was going to grab Arcadicus.
Just
So
want to make sure. All right, coolness. And so in this room, she is still packing her things up and sitting on the bed. And she goes, "Well, Saga, I just want you to know that if this thing grows out of control, you mind being the one that puts me down?"
if it gets to that point before it gets out of control, I'll do it beforehand. So you can at least go out on your own terms in your own mind.
She looks at your axe. Make it quick and clean, okay?
Well, if you've seen any of the holovids of what I did to former station coordinator Colette Felgavo, you know I'll be quick.
Wait, what did you do with the station coordinator?
Hey, he was caught up in a conspiracy of illegal research,
Mm-hmm.
also dealing with sea spawn as well as other monstrosities. Uh, your grandfather was one of the scientists that he had. Employed's not the right word, but we'll go with it for now.
Wait a minute. Grandpa was doing what here?
Some form of research. Couldn't get all the information out. They did a clean sweep, as is per protocol.
She goes, I see. That's unfortunate.
Well, the station coordinator was behind a bunch of other illegal activities, but that ranked up probably the highest considering the body count I found inside the lab. And he was trying to jettison the entire section itself to cover up his misdeeds.
Ah, Grandpa. If this ever got out, it'll be even further shame to the praxis.
Well, I won't entirely blame him for everything that he's done. Not like exactly I've got a clear conscience either.
Mm. And with that, she goes, I see. Well, I think we have a good plan. Something happens, off with my head.
Unless you somehow magically grow one.
With that, she turns around and looks at you like, what? Wait, have you come across something that does that?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. In the chaos in the cosmos, I leave nothing to chance at this point. They'll always find a way to surprise you. Hell, didn't really see a phase beast up until now, and I only heard about core stones through the grapevine because of, because the great grandfather's old teachings of, I think it was ore forging.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost not even done anymore. But I do remember what my grandpa used to tell me about it. Brave souls would fly to the crucibles and brave the maze like interior of them. And if they were smart enough, witty enough, they will be able to get to the very center of the crucible. And it's there that the miraculous can happen. Weapons, items of incredible power could be forged. And sometimes when you get to the center of a crucible, the legend says that there could be a core stone. It seems as if these crucibles just constantly collect ambient cosmic energies and convert them into sorium, and that at its core it condenses into these core stones that just possess tremendous powers to anyone who's able to get it. But one, people don't explore the crucibles anymore because these mazes kill people. And no one has ever seen a core stone till what you guys have just said in forever, aside from a couple of hoaxes that have gone out on the sim.
Well, might surprise you to know that my uncle and my father, they braved the Crucible, and well, and then I'll pat Strife Cutter. It's like this is the result of what they were able to pull off.
Wait, this is core forged. And with that, she kind of
Yeah.
like touches it. And then it kind of zaps her and she kind of pulls her hand away. Ow. Guess it doesn't like me either. Typical.
Well, you gotta treat it with respect still. I might treat it a little bit more roughly, but I treat it as, it's an extension of myself, so.
So if it doesn't like me,
I'll
then you
give
don't
it.
like me either, huh?
I wouldn't say it didn't like you, but you haven't really been on the up and up with me from the very start, so.
Oh, and you've told me everything about you?
I was willing to tell you anything that was worth telling right away. It's more of I think the old Terran saying is quid pro quo. You tell me something, I tell you something.
Terrans have way too many languages. But fine. You know almost everything there is to know about me. Well, except for that one bit on... Well, that's a different story. Never mind. You see she started to get kind of blushing and flustered, and immediately she goes back to packing. But before that conversation continues, Captain Jonathan T. Archer, you available?
Yep.
Oh, okay, there it is. You went down to the cargo bay to talk with Arcadicus about having him help Karita with this seed spawn virus that she is infected with. Arcadicus, he's currently finding himself seated next to Cynthia's large egg, this egg that seems to be composed of the cosmos itself. And he is just slowly rubbing the egg, and he's looking at it, and he giggles every now and again, and it seems like he's having a conversation, but he's not saying anything. While this is happening, most of the cargo base has been filled up with the octagon pattern of holographics forming a type of box that you're not able to see into. Though you're able to hear things happening inside. It sounds like a whole lot of blaster fire and for some reason Nathcar screaming. But either way, Captain, tell me, what do you do?
NASCAR. I'm gonna assume he's playing with his computer program crap,
Yes.
hologram shit, and just walk right up to the old man, turn to him and say, "Look, your granddaughter needs you now."
And with that, he kind of shakes himself out of his daze, and Arcadicus says, to the Ecosai.
She's
Diostota?
uninfected. She needs you now.
Process I see.
me a whole lot better than I understand you, so let's make this easy and start walking.
Right, and so you kind of step away and you're kind of gesturing him to come, and he gets up and he kisses the egg, and he leaves the containment field to follow you. You lead him, I'm assuming, directly to Karita, correct?
Yep.
All right. As you're getting ready to leave the cargo room, the cargo bay, the hologram behind you kind of collapses, and Nathkar is, for some reason, smoking and naked again. It needs to be tweaked.
Drink to my nose and shake my head.
Oh,
and keep walking.
my scales are showing. But you
I
lead,
ain't looking.
you lead Arcadicus over to Karita's room and bring him inside. Arcadicus immediately he sits down next to her and they begin saying something in lingo. So like Aristiel, you understand the conversation as pretty much Arcadicus is like demanding how come she didn't say anything, and she is trying to defend herself, and he's calling her all various types of stupid and crazy, and she doesn't like that. They're arguing, but Captain, you have no idea what the heck they're talking about.
I'm gonna actually lift up my axe, so swap it over to the flat end, and I'm just gonna likely bonk Arcadicus on the head. Like, hey, easy. You're not exactly all up there either, old man. She had her reasons.
But he's like, but it's unprecedented. The type of danger that she is posing to everyone on board the ship, everyone on board the station. At least initially, we had proper containment facilities for the people of the sea spawn virus. But this is just insane. How does she even get the sea spawn? So should not be out there in the Silrain Arc at all. There's no way that she should have been infected.
I'm not too worried about the how or the why. The fact of the matter is, she is infected. So I would like to nip this in the bud as best as we can. For her sake. She at least deserves to at least try to have a life.
And with that, she goes, "Thank you." And with that, the Arcadicus, he kind of lowers his head and he gets up. And he just steps out of the room. Captain, Saga, what do you two do?
I get that little issue that I was telling you I might need your help with. It's only about a half hour away, probably.
All
As
right.
if we don't have enough trouble, right?
It's never a boring moment here, Captain.
Oh.
All right. And so I'll get up, I'll straighten out, and I'll look over to Krita and in lingo. It's when I get back, I'll tell you a little bit about me.
With that, she grabs your
As
arm. She grabs your
recompense.
hand and she tells you, "Thanks for sticking up for me with Arcadicus."
I'm sure he cares. It just in his own way. But even too far is too far. Don't worry. We'll make sure you're in good hands.
With that, she nods and wipes away a tear as she turns to continue packing to let you go. In the hallway outside of Karita's room, Arcadicus, he's telling you in lingo, "Look, there's only one thing that is going to help her. I need a chrysalis pod."
Oh.
Exactly. There are no more on Pillavaro.
Nope, and my knowledge on how to construct one, while I probably could, I don't have the materials ready at hand.
There's only one other alternative. And he looks at your axe.
He's looking at Strife Cutter or my other one.
He's looking at your other one.
What do you need that one for?
I don't believe Strife Cutter will do the job.
So you need Fraxinus.
If her condition worsens, you know what you must do. No, excuse me.
I'm well aware.
I'm going to be with my real granddaughter.
I'm just gonna kind of narrow my eyes and say, you have more than one granddaughter, Arcadicus.
As he's walking away.
You've already
No, I do
lost
not.
one. You know you can't afford to lose another.
I've made a vow and I will stick to it. And he leaves to go back to be with Cynthia's egg. Captain Archer, Jane contacts you. T-minus 5 minutes. And it seems as if the buyer has managed to get permission to dock in this hangar with the Astral Horizon and the remains of Remus's ship. Brave Stride.
Kind of figured.
Brave Stride, Argus. Your guys' shuttle arrives. Their transport arrives to bring you back to the hangar. Argus, she went ahead and sent you through the comm the contact for your shuttle. You're able to actually summon it whenever you feel like it if you need to.
Cool.
So far, the robot with the various forms and whatnot for you guys to officiate is en route. But with everyone coming back to the Astral Horizon, Brave Stride, Argus, looking through the huge force field that separates space and the vacuum of dangers there from the inside of the hangar, you do see another massive ship. This one seems to have this glowing golden core, while the exterior of it is a type of swooping, almost accented, flowing like metal. It doesn't constantly move like liquid metal or anything like that. It's just that the design is almost organic, but it is clearly metallic. Almost a telltale sign of the Belair species, well, the Belair beings. Beings of complete energy housed within very well-designed exosuits. The ship gets closer and closer, and you see that it's getting ready to go through the force field to dock inside this hangar as you guys make it to the loading ramp of the Astral Horizon. Also, once again, Argus, Brave Stride, you guys smell something like a smoking lizard again. What do you two do?
Well, I'm gonna go and get Tana and get her all packed up because we gotta start getting going here pretty soon.
Most definitely. You head inside the Astral Horizon, getting ready to talk with her about that and help her get packed up. You do see Nathkar getting dressed again. Oh, there you are. Late as usual.
I told you I passed.
It was too difficult for you anyway.
I see what you are trying to do, but I have other matters to attend to.
Like what?
Like getting myself and Tana back to Dendis.
Dendis. I hear that planet sucks.
Well, at least it isn't a dimension filled with giant lizard monsters.
Touche, as the Terrans say. And with
Excuse
that,
me.
he goes back and you see he starts working on some of the hologram emitters. Brave Stride. Where are you headed to?
Well, I'm gonna go let Archer know what I just went and dealt with, and that we have someone docking next to our ship.
Most definitely. Yep. They've been made aware. And Brave Stride, you're running across Archer. I'm assuming, Archer, you're heading out of the Astral Horizon to meet with the buyer, correct?
No, not just yet.
Not yet. Okay. So you guys meet
I
inside the
have
Astral
other
Horizon.
things in mind.
Awesome. Sounds good. All right. But after informing the captain of that, Brave Stride, what are you going to do?
Well, I guess I should probably do my branded duties and go ask Ori to start teaching me the ways of what I'm supposed to be doing.
Well, right now she too is resting with Aura, so you may have to get this information from Remus, that's currently passed out drunk as well.
What about Free?
Mm-hmm.
Ballo?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Balo, aka Free, the other small Kesh that was given as a gift to Aura by Colette Felgavo.
Yeah, he's been around some political stuff. He might know what the duties are.
Archer, you don't need anything from me?
Not at the moment, but keep your ears perked. Things might get touch and go.
Just let me know.
Mm.
And then I'll go, I gotta go let Remus know that he's not getting a dime real quick. Then I'll go talk to Free.
Okay. So you go to Remus, and he is just kind of leaned over on his side. You hear this weird gurgling coming from his stomach, and he's like, "What's in that beverage?"
You gotta ask them. But also, the space station isn't paying you out for your
What?
ship damages. Yeah, it wasn't
No.
caused by the space station or the citizens of it. It was due to a anomaly. Therefore, they won't cover it.
No. They will buy the triumvirate and buy the cash royalty. Oh.
I'll like kick over a bin to him.
He goes, you kick over the bin, he catches it. Thank you. I hate you.
All right. To Free.
You just go ahead and leave him with that. Right now, Free is currently heading towards the bridge, but he turns and he sees you, and he waves and keeps on going.
Hey, Free.
Yes.
You know how we like to teach you stuff? Would you like to teach me some things?
Well, what can I teach you? What do I know that you don't already know?
Oh, I'm now a brand to the high priestess or princess, however you want to refer to her as, and I don't know etiquette.
Oh. Well then, there's a lot to learn. Come with me.
All right.
While he's doing that, the Belair ship begins to slowly pierce the force field and land inside of the hangar. Yes, the metal is a type of dark bluish gray. Long, swooping lines. It almost looks sinister. Before finally its loading ramp descends. About 10 of the Belair come marching out, built-in blasters at the ready, and they take position around the perimeter of this ship. Captain Archer, what do you do?
Any sign of the buyer himself walking out yet?
Not yet. Finally, Jane
It's
is
just
telling you.
posturing.
Wait, say that again?
He's just posturing then.
Anyway, with that, Jane, she tells you, we're receiving a comm. It's the buyer.
Yep.
She puts it up on the holographic screen. And with that, finally, you see, of course, the metallic helmet almost of this Belair, even though they don't have heads because they're energy beings. But his energy core is kind of shining where a Terran's heart would be, inside of its exoskeleton. And immediately the buyer's like, "Ah, it's you. Good, 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 good. Tell me,
Of course it's me. You signaled me. Who else is going to answer but me?
So true, so true, so true. Tell me, do you have my item?
Yeah. And no. It's here, but it's not on my ship.
What do you mean by here, here, here?
Just what I said. Shit come down. Problems ensued. I've taken steps to correct it, but it's taken a little longer than I thought it would.
Are you prepared for the exchange?
Not yet.
Captain, time is precious, precious, precious.
Yes, it is. I am fully aware of that.
I had hoped to make this quick, and also to utilize your services for another delivery.
Okay.
But if you are unable to finish your end of this exchange, then it seems our deal has come to an end. End.
Didn't say unable, just said delayed. Give me to the end of the day.
According to station time, that is only 2 hours.
Might be enough.
Go ahead and roll your persuasion then. Let's see if this is going to be able to hop off as you have arranged it. As the buyer, the Bel Air buyer, is currently contemplating your offer to give you to the end of day in order to produce the artifact, which you know is effectively a weapon hilt.
There you go.
14. Interesting. Let us see. Okay. With that, the Bel Air. Then, Captain, please produce what is mine in 2 station hours. If not, then our business will be concluded and your handlers will be notified.
Enough. Word to the wise, though, you might want to keep your armed contingent there up inside the ship. I can tell you right now, the coordinator here isn't going to like you having that much firepower out in the open. And all that'll do is attract attention to you.
Attention, I can handle, as well as the coordinator. You worry about producing the artifact.
As you wish.
And with that, he cuts the comm. Jane immediately looks worried. Jonathan, what is going on?
Got this.
Why don't you just give it to him?
Because it's not here on the ship.
What did you do with it now?
You know me. And with that, I'll leave the bridge. Headed down to talk to Sagi.
Right. as you're leaving, you can already feel her pinching the bridge of her nose, sighing heavily, but she is actually secretly getting the ship ready to make a quick takeoff, just in case a quick escape is
Good
needed.
girl. She knows me so well.
Hmm. All right. And so you're gonna go and meet with Sagaristio. You probably want to meet with the rest of your crew about this as well.
Well, yeah. But for what I want to do, Sagaristio needs to be involved first.
Most definitely. All right. You come across Sagaristio. Oh, wait, Sagaristio, where are you in the ship, as a matter of fact?
Well, at this point, I would have left Karita's room,
Mm-hmm.
let Arkedicus go do his business, which doesn't leave me too terribly impressed with the man, but is
Mm-hmm.
what it is. So at this point, I'll just wait down the hall.
Got you. And so you do actually run across the captain in the corridor. What do you two talk about?
Zaugi, the buyer's here. And that puts me in a bit of a conundrum. Either I gotta go talk to the princess, or I gotta figure out a suitable replacement for a certain item. You know which one I'm talking about.
Let's see. You're talking about that hilt thing that you gave her?
Yeah. Anyway, you can fabricate up a reasonable replica. Less, of course, its true powers make it seem like it's the right one.
I mean, with a little bit of sorium, it shouldn't be an issue. I can use some that are housed in my arm.
Mm.
However, it would probably behoove us to actually get the actual hilt so I have something to look at. Unless you have all the dimensions and everything on it already.
Mm.
I've got still photographs and 3D imagery of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to disturb the high priestess while she's resting, and I don't want to get on Ori's bad side, so we'll stick with the 3D hologram for now.
All right. Well, I got 2 hours. Otherwise, we're going to be beating a quick retreat.
Hmm. Well, sounds good. With that, Sakaritsu, go ahead and actually give me a mechanics check, unless you know of a better role that is applicable here.
And I will assist in any way I can.
Oh, sounds good. If you guys are working on it together, Sagaristio, make that roll with advantage. Argus, you went to go help Tana pack, correct?
Yeah.
All right. As soon as you go back into the room, and immediately she stops and she starts fixing her face and everything. Hey, Argus, I was just packing. Whoa, 24. Good. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, yeah, Argus, I'm almost done. I'm almost done packing, and almost ready to go.
I know you're upset.
What? Me upset? No, I'm fine.
Your little tentacles give you away.
With that, immediately she like reaches up and she like grabs him and smooths him down. And then finally,
You know,
mm-hmm.
we will be coming back.
Are you sure?
Well, I will do my damnedest to make sure we do come back.
And with that, she goes ahead and she just kind of turns and just sinks her head against you and begins to cry a little bit.
I have arranged for an alternative transport to Dendis.
Okay.
We can go when you're ready.
Let's just go right now. So I don't like long goodbyes. And we're coming right back, right?
As fast as we can. But we should at least contact Archer and tell him what's going on.
Right. And with that, she goes ahead and finish sealing her container and goes, I'll tell Archer we're leaving.
Do you want me to come with you?
No. Yeah, no.
I will come with you.
Okay. Since it's your idea. Archer, as you are assisting Sagaristio in engineering, make this facsimile of the ancient Kesh weapon hilt. The door opens up and you see Tana and Argus. Both of them looking very serious. Tana looking actually sad.
Well, Captain, we're pretty much ready to go.
Oh. Oh, yeah. You worried about getting back to Dendis?
Yes, and we've arranged for alternative transport.
Yeah. I kind of
Complications
figured.
with the science board might be more easily avoided if it's just the two of us.
Well, but I can guarantee you no one can get you there as quickly or safely as I can.
Yes, I have full faith in your abilities, Captain.
Yep.
But I think we need to do
Here's
this
the
on our
other
own.
thing for the two of you to consider. One way or the other, in 2 hours the ship's leaving.
I push of a button, Captain, and I'm on my way.
With that, Tana, she just goes and she just jumps onto you, Captain, and she tries to like put her arms around both you and Sagaristio. She's a small little thing, so she goes, I'm gonna miss you guys, but we're gonna come back real soon, okay?
Hey, big guy, as you walk out and down the ramp, check out what's across the bay from us.
Talking about that big ship?
Yep.
Already seen it.
That's who I got to deal with next.
Well, you always seem to have a plan.
As Sagaristio's picking up the forgery, like, yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna take off my my collapsible shield and my sword, and I'm gonna lean them up against the wall. I'll be coming back for those.
I'll take good care of them. Although I can't guarantee that they'll look the same.
Well, as long as it still does its job, that's the important part.
Oh, I'm gonna make sure it still does its job. I'll make sure it does it better.
Thank you.
Yeah. This
Actually,
passable
speaking
shield
of,
needs more power.
where's that glaive of yours? I have an idea.
I summoned it into my hand. I always
Mm.
forget where I leave this damn thing.
May I? As I hold out my fleshy hand.
Hand it to him.
Yeah, it's
Careful.
So hold on to it and see if I can feel anything, because, well, he's able to spawn this thing out of nowhere. He did achieve Esper Genesis, so it's got to have some form of Esper power flowing through it that I could possibly feel. I don't have Esper sense, but...
Do you feel the energy in it? Yes. Do you feel the consciousness in it? No, you don't.
Well, I just need to get it for a vibe, so I can do this, and then I'll give the hilt that I was working on a jolt from my metallic arm to try and match that vibe with it.
I see. Okay, I like that. Argus, though, you do hear the voice within your glare go, what is he doing? Why does it feel weird? What?
Be quiet.
What is... I feel like he's sucking something from me.
Be quiet.
Why is he sucking me?
Be quiet. Still mad at you.
I'm the one being sucked.
Oh no. That's exactly what you wanted.
Huh. Oh boy, this will get me canceled. Anyway,
it's only implied.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So finally, Telvin, the consciousness within your glaive, he was like, oh, "You're right. Tell him, keep on. Yes, take it all." Sagaristio, you just see this disgusted look on Argus's face for some reason.
He always makes it so uncomfortable.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's fine. You don't want to know.
Tell Vince, tell him to use both hands.
I'm not telling him that.
You never do what I tell you to do.
Hey, I let you have 1 inch. You tried to take a mile. You be quiet.
Shh, I'm being sucked. But
I kind of look at
Sagarisi.
the captain and Tana and then back to Argus and just like, oh, okay, I think I got it now. I'm gonna hand him back the glaive now that I'm pretty sure I got the somewhat of the vibe frequencies calibrated out.
Most definitely. You go ahead and hand him back the glaive. Argus. No, wait a minute. I was almost there.
Yeah, I'm putting him away.
No,
It just like poofs out of existence.
Mhm. But with that ridiculous 24 roll you used to make this forgery, it seems as if you have something that will definitely work.
Ah, perfect. Yeah, I'll give it a quick polish, make sure it's all nice and shiny.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, all right, Captain, you have a box to put this in to make it look
Yep.
presentable.
And go to my quarters, get the box that I had been keeping the hilt in.
Mm-hmm.
Come back, open the box. There you go.
And then I'll place it in there, and thankfully there'll be no fingerprints because I was using my metal hand.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be like almost like a mirrored finish on this hilt.
Nice.
So, and then I'll move some of the cloth to kind of cover it up a little bit just to keep it from getting scuffed.
Most
Like, all right,
definitely.
you should be good to go now, Captain.
Close the box. Last thing I need you to do for sure is make sure she, and I indicate the entirety of the ship, is hot and ready.
Oh, she'll be good to go, Captain. Don't you worry. Sure, your wife will make sure of that for sure.
Mm.
And I'll go back up to the bridge.
Okay.
About how much of that 2 hours do I have left?
You have an hour.
Okay. I'll wait 45 minutes and then stroll casually down the ramp.
Got you. During this time, Argus, do you and Tana leave?
Gonna stop and say goodbye to the last couple members of the crew, and then we're out.
Most definitely.
I'll give Argus a firm and hearty handshake, and I'll pet Tana on the head. And... All right, well, you keep the big guy out of trouble now.
All right, and with that, she's saying, sorry, don't, you don't pat a dentist on their head tentacles. It feels weird. But
Oh, where do I pat you then?
the shoulder, like any other sentient. Come on, Promethean.
I mean, the only other sentient that I gave a pat to was, I think it was the turtle, and then I turned and look at the floating turtle.
Right, yeah, the turtle just looking at you like traitor.
Oh, don't give me that, and I'll just coochie coo underneath its chin with my metal hand.
Right, so you go ahead, you like scratch his little chin, and he was like, I like it, but you're a traitor. And so he has to go and he has to do something about it, and he starts like just slowly ramming into Tana. Just boink, boink, boink. And she's like, oh, look. He misses me too. Yeah, and so with that, she goes ahead, she grabs the turtle by the shell, and she kind of kisses on the top of his head, and it's moving its fins. Like, she has no idea that it's like trying to thrash her, you know?
Come now, Tonto. We must say goodbye to Brave Stride and the princess, if she is up yet.
Yes, I don't really want to talk to her because it'll just be a little bit too painful.
All right, well, let's say bye to Catman, and then we're on our way.
All right. And with that, she follows you out. Well, of course, the space turtle's right next to you, Sagaristio. Like, yeah, you better run. Turtle power.
Turtle in a half shell.
Puts up his fin like it's a fist in turtle power.
Right? But yeah, Argus, you and Tana head over to the Catman, riding Brave Stride, the Volna hunter.
Well, we're on our way out.
Safe travels guide you.
Well, hopefully it guides us right back here with minimum trouble, and hopefully your payment.
How about this? If I don't hear from you in 72 hours, I expect that you're locked up.
And with that, Tana's like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. I mean, we will be fine.
And I will do my damnedest to bust you out.
The thought is appreciated. But if we do end up in there, try to go about it legally first.
I can afford bail.
With that, she stands at the side of Argus, and as he's saying, please try to do it legally, she's shaking her head like, no, just tearing cake with the cutters. Just completely illegal. Explosives.
I will get you out. Do not worry.
Thank you. But with that, we must get going. As it seems the captain has something planned.
By the way, what was in the bottle we gave Remus? I'm curious. I might need more.
I believe the Terrans called it rum.
Poison.
He's not technically wrong.
But with that, finally, Tana, she goes ahead, she gives you a hug, Brave Stride.
You still owe me a debt, a favor, instead of money.
No, I'm just gonna give you money.
Nah. You got more brains that I could use.
All right, it's a deal. I'll come back with your money. Let's go, Argus.
I'll just wave and head on out.
Mm. But
I'll wave back.
As some sad song plays, most of the crew are able to watch Argus and Tana slowly walk away from the astral horizon. A shuttle does appear, and it docks right next to the force field that leads into the hangar, allowing them access to it. Both of them stop for a moment, turn back, look at the astral horizon that has become their home before boarding the shuttle and leaving for Dentist space.
I envy them.
Captain, it is that time. You have your forgery. It's inside the box. Who is coming with you to complete the transfer, the exchange?
As I stand up out of my captain's chair, I look at Jane. Honey, settings for Dendis.
Engine's running.
Okay, back in a few minutes.
As you walk
And
out.
I'll jump alone.
Got you. Sagaristio, First Mate Jane is contacting you.
And this is Sagaristio.
I need you to shunt all weapon power to the port shields.
Port shields, you say? All right.
Most definitely. Look, when it's time to go out of here, in case this goes sideways, we may need to bump this ship out of the way so that we're able to make a smooth escape.
I might be able to give you a little extra boost. Although Nathkar's not going to be particularly happy about that.
I just need power to shields and thrusters.
I can give you both and then a little bit of kick. Again, Nathkar's going to be a little bit complaining with his new toy going offline for 5 minutes.
Well, the little lizard's going to have to get over it. All right? This is pivotal.
Yep. You got it.
Yeah, with that,
I'm
she gets
rerouting the power right now.
She gets onto the ship sound system. This is First Mate Jane. I need everyone to their launch positions. Everyone to their launch positions now. Captain, you come down the ramp. Start heading
I'm
towards.
still at the top of the ramp.
Oh.
First message to Marissa. First sign of trouble down here. Open shield. Let me out.
Yes.
The place warm. I'll be back sometime.
Yes. It wouldn't be you unless you were making my Life difficult, you old space dog.
You know me. Cut the comm.
As soon as you cut
And
the
stroll
comm,
down the ramp.
you stroll down the ramp, and as you're coming down, immediately the Belair that is the buyer is coming down as well. His troops, they do make a line, but they're still keeping their blaster arms trained on both you and the Astral Horizon. But with that, he comes out there, arms open. It seems you are fulfilling your side of the bargain, bargain, bargain.
Oh,
You guys meet
and
in the middle.
yours?
And with that, he lifts up, long story short, a bar of solid cubal. This thing is worth thousands. There is more. If this is valid.
Every indicator I got it is. And I'll pull out the case, flip it open with my thumb,
Mm-hmm.
and let him see.
Okay. And so with that, goes ahead and looks at it, turns it upside down, looks at the port, and he's going to be making his check. The forgery that Sacristio and you made, you rolled a 24. Let us see. He rolls to check. 21. Immediately. This is acceptable. The cubal is yours, yours, yours. And it immediately pulls out 2 additional bars from a compartment on his back and hands you all 3. Tell me, Captain, are you up for making another delivery?
Yeah, but I got about 20 minutes and I got to be flying out of here.
You wouldn't perhaps be heading towards Vol.
I could make that en route.
I need delivered some live cargo.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Delivered to whom?
And with that, he goes ahead and brings up a hologram. And it says, Varker Loudroar.
Can you get it transferred over?
With that, the Belair snapped his fingers, and immediately the ship opens up, and this container that it is solid black. There's bars on both on the outside, and you could tell from the construction that it seems it will have bars on the inside, yet it is all one solid rectangular piece. Its dimensions are about 15 by 30, so about 15 feet tall, 30 feet long, and it's already shaking as the hover units are slowly causing it to descend. Two mating pairs
Come
of
on.
glogs.
Jane, open up the cargo bay, please.
Yes. Aye, aye, Captain. Immediately it opens up and the transfer begins. It is good doing business with you, Captain.
Yep.
And the Belair goes ahead and extends his hand out to shake yours.
Take my fist out and give him a knuckle bump.
Intriguing, intriguing, intriguing.
That's something the kids are doing.
Until next time, Captain.
Oh, turn around and walk back up the ramp.
As does the Bel Air.
As soon as the cargo's in and the bay is secured, radio station control for embarkation permissions, flight path laid out.
Where are you headed to,
And
Captain?
we're leaving.
Are you headed to Dendis or are you headed to Vol?
Jane, throw Vol in between here and Dendis.
With that, she looks at you. I can plot a course, Captain.
Thank you, honey. And I'll go talk to our resident kitty cat.
Mm. And so, with that, from the beautiful station of Pellavaro, 3 vessels leave. One, a small shuttle, headed for Dendis. Its occupants, Argus and Tana. Then the Astral Horizon, home to our heroes. It departs. And as it's making its last circle around Pellavaro, almost all of you are able to look out the viewports of the Astral Horizon and see that the station lights are blinking and twinkling. And they're doing so in a pattern. Holographic emitters on the outside of the space station are transmitting a message that you're able to see even from this distance away from the space station. It's saying, "Safe travel, heroes." And with that, the Bel Air vessel immediately space jumps to some unknown destination. But before the Astral Horizon heads off to Val, Captain Archer, what do you tell Rylan Bravestride, aka, as you call him, Kitty Cat?
Hey, Fuzzball, come on down here with me to the cargo bay. Something for you to look over you might find interesting.
Right? I can do that.
And it's our next drop-off.
Ah, to Val, huh?
Supposed to go to, what was his name? And I'll tell him the name. I can't remember it off the top of my head.
It's from the Loud Roar clan.
Yeah, Loud Roar.
We actually met the part of their clan on the space station.
Oh, well, this has got to go to one of them. We're going to your home world. What do you think of that?
It should be interesting training you guys in the way of Val.
Well, you got the length of the trip to do it.
And with that, immediately, Jane activates the Astral Horizon space jump ability, and into hyperspace it goes. And with that, we're going to bring tonight's session to a close.
One thing.
Oh, sure. Yes.
How am I going to run 2 guns?
What do you mean, how you going to run 2 guns?
Argus was our second shooter.
This is true. You guys may have to come across a few difficulties there.
Why'd you point it out to him?
Because he knows it will make things definitely interesting.
Oh, I guess that kid's gonna have to learn how to use it.
I was going to teach free.
All right. Well, that concludes another adventure of Esper Genesis. We hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and join us on our next live stream. I want to thank my players, Alloy, Master Draco, all right, Dark Lovely in spirit, right, Tonto Tomahawk, and Typhoon 44. And also, please don't forget to follow me on Facebook at Cobalt GM's ttrpg zone. Also on Instagram at cobalt.gm. And I keep on forgetting I have a TikTok at cobaltgm5. All right. Hopefully I'll get it up to date and you guys will be made aware as soon as possible of our next adventures. All right. But until then, everyone have a good night and bye.
Later.
We'll see you in the next stream. Bye.
And we are currently, hopefully, signed. Nope, we're not. Wrong one.